Hi there. So for this maths question, a cat has gotten stuck up a tree. It has climbed up the tree but is unable to climb down. So what we need to do is place a ladder, use the ladder to climb to the tree and rescue the cat. But the problem is, we're not sure exactly how to determine the length of the ladder yet. And to do that, we will need to use Pythagoras theorem. So for determining the length of the ladder, we don't want the ladder to be too short because then we won't be able to climb up to the tree to reach and rescue the cat. But we also don't want the ladder to be too long either, because if the ladder's too long, it will be harder to place closer to vertically, which will make it trickier to climb. So what we need is to work out the optimal length of the ladder. And to do that, we will be using Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem, also known as the Pythagorean theorem, allows you to find the missing length of a right angle triangle if you know the other two lengths. And it states that a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, where c is the length of the right angle triangle opposite the right angle, and a and b are the other two lengths, which is shown in the diagram of a right angle triangle here. So how can we draw a right angle triangle to work out the missing length of the ladder? Well, what we're first going to do is we're going to draw a length down from the point of the branch where we want the ladder to lean against, and we're going to call this distance A. And you see it goes straight down into the flower patch where we don't want to have the ladder. So we need the ladder closer to the edge of the flower patch, and the horizontal distance for that is going to be B. And this vertical distance A and this horizontal distance B, they are at right angles to each other, which means we can complete the right angle triangle with an unknown length C, which we want to be the length of our ladder. And let's say that we know this tree branch has a height of 12, and the length from the point in the flower patch below that branch where we place the ladder, the distance from there to the edge of the flower patch where we place the ladder, the bit below the branch, that horizontal distance is going to be B, which is 5. Or rather, it's going to be 5, which is the length for B. And now we can use the formula a squared plus b squared equals c squared and sub our values in to find this unknown length c, which we need to work out the length of the ladder. So for a squared plus b squared equals c squared, we see that a is equal to 12 and b is equal to 5, subbing those values in, and c is the unknown we need to find. And 12 squared plus 5 squared is the same as 144 plus 25, which is equal to c squared. So c squared is equal to 169, and square root on both sides, we see that c is equal to the square root of 169, which is 13. Now, it's worth noting that both 13 squared and minus 13 whole thing squared are 169, but since ladders cannot be negative lengths, we know that with c squared being 169, c must be equal to positive 13. And this is the length of the ladder we need for rescuing the cat. Thanks for watching.